You ever get that like weird feeling where you think something's going to happen and then bam, it totally does?
Oh, yeah, like when you're sure you'll flub a presentation, then you totally do.
Exactly. It's like our brains are kind of messing with it. Today we're diving deep into this whole self-fulfilling prophecy thing. How our thoughts can actually like shape what happens in our lives.
It's wild, right? We've got a bunch of research to unpack all about how this plays out in like everything from, trying to reach your goals to even like how teachers treat their students.
So for anyone this is who's like, wait, what's a self-fulfilling prophecy? Can you break that down for us?
Okay, picture this. You're convinced you're going to bomb this test coming up. And because you think that, you're like, why even bother studying? So you don't. And then, surprise, surprise, you don't do well.
Ouch. Yeah, I've been there.
Totally. And that's exactly what a self-fulfilling prophecy is. The thought itself, like, messes with your actions. And then, bam, you get the result you were scared of all along.
It's like a vicious cycle. And this isn't just some like personal anxiety thing, right? We were reading about how it even shows up in, get this, education.
Oh, yeah, big time. There's this thing called the Pygmalion effect. Basically, it's the power of believing in someone. So imagine a teacher who's totally convinced that their students are super smart and capable. They're going to encourage them more, give them tougher assignments, and just like create this awesome learning environment where kids feel like they can totally rock it.
And then the kids actually do better because of that.
Exactly. It's just like the teacher's belief like rubs off on the kids and they rise to the occasion.
It's kind of like that study we read about, right? Where they told teachers that some random students were like these amazing high bloomers.
Oh, yeah. And then those kids actually ended up doing way better, even though there was nothing special about them at the start.
Crazy. But hold on, there's like a dark side to this too, right? Something about a golem effect.
Sadly, yeah. The golem effect is the opposite. It's when you expect the worst and then that's what you get. So, like, if a teacher thinks a kid isn't that bright, they might, without even realizing it, hold them back. Maybe they don't give them as much help, or they kind of send these subtle signals that they don't have much faith in them.
Oof, that's rough.
It is. And then the kid, picks up on those vibes and starts to believe they're not good enough. And guess what? They end up not doing well.
So it's like this invisible force that can either lift you up or drag you down.
Pretty much.
This makes me wonder, though. Is it like a sure thing? If you believe something strongly enough, will it always come true?
That's the thing. It's not that simple. Our thoughts are powerful, for sure, but it's not like some magic spell. There are other things at play, too, like how strong your belief is, what you actually do about it, and just like random stuff that happens in life.
So you're saying there's still hope, even if you have like a negative thought?
Totally. Think about it this way. Someone who thinks they're terrible at public speaking but keeps practicing and putting themselves out there, they might just surprise themselves and end up being amazing. It's about realizing we have some control. We can break the cycle.
That's a relief. So how do we use all this to actually make our lives better?
The first step is knowing your enemy, right? Like just recognizing when those negative thoughts are messing with you. Instead of saying, oh, I'm so bad at math, try switching it up. Say something like, okay, that's tough, but I'm going to put in the work.
Little change, big difference.
Exactly. And another biggie, surround yourself with good people.
Oh yeah, your crew matters.
Big time. Think about it. If you're always hanging with negative Nancy's, it's tough to stay positive, right? But if you get people cheering you on, giving you honest feedback, it's like having a personal support squad helping you reach your goals.
Like a hype team for life. I dig it. Anything else we can do?
Goals, my friend, goals. But keep them realistic. Instead of trying to do everything at once, break it down into smaller steps. Like if you want to run a marathon, don't just bolt out the door tomorrow.
Start with a walk around the block.
Exactly. Small wins build confidence, and that confidence fuels bigger wins. And hey, remember that visualization thing we were talking about?
Oh yeah, picture yourself winning.
Right. Visualization is crazy powerful. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving something, it's like your brain's getting a sneak peek of success. Helps you squash those doubts and tackle challenges head right.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about how what we believe, good or bad, can actually shape what happens in our lives. But the good news is we're not just puppets.
Totally.
We can fight those negative thoughts, build yourselves up, and write our own awesome stories.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We want all you listeners to think about this. What's one belief you have about yourself that might be like running the show right now? Is it helping you or holding you back?
Take a minute, think about it, and then use this whole self-fulfilling prophecy thing to your advantage. Make it work for you, not against you. That's a wrap for today's deep dive, folks. Thanks for joining us.